Advertising expenditure in October saw a 5% year-on-year drop as advertisers slashed their budgets, especially for TV and traditional media, due to the economic impacts of the massive floods. TV ad expenditure dropped 6.3% for the first time in 14 years, while spending on CSR or corporate social responsibility has jumped as companies switched budgets to help flood victims. Chakrapong Udom Kacha, media manager at the Nielsen Survey Agency, said that the total ad spending in October was 8.66 billion baht, a 5.06% fall from 9.12 billion baht in the same period last year, mainly due to the impact of the flooding. As in the previous month, advertising via magazines, newspapers, and radio continued to decline. Magazines saw a 25.14% fall to 405 million baht from last year's 541 million baht. Newspapers saw a 7.56% drop to 1.23 billion baht from 1.33 billion baht, and radio saw a 5% decrease to 542 billion baht from 574 million baht. Advertising via television this month saw a 6.31% drop to 5.16 billion baht from 5.51 billion baht last year. However, other media enjoyed positive growth in advertising. For instance, the internet saw a 44.83% surge to 42 million baht. In-store media gained 35.51% to 145 million. Transit media saw a 16.92%. Outdoor media saw a 7.83% rise to 358 million baht, and cinema saw an 8.84% increase to 504 million baht.
And on the line with us is Kun Paramet Ratchaibun, the Chairman Emeritus of Advertising Association of Thailand. We're going to be talking about the advertising and the recent drop in October. So, Sawasdi krab, Kun Paramet.
Sawasdi krab.
Sawasdi ka.
Can you please tell us what are going to be the November and December ad spending with the look of October being dropped by 5%?
Well, I think in that case we have to look at year to date from January to October instead of just only October alone. And then maybe have to go back to last year as well for the entire year. The total industry growth is up to something like 100 billion baht. That's how much we earned by the end of last year. Okay, and up to date, up to the end of October, the total industry media advertising expenditure is about 89 billion baht.
Kun Paramet, which media has been affected the most by the floods?
In terms of the money-wise, it has to be our television. Yeah, which for that one because it's the costliest one.
Okay, what's the reason, the main reason behind this drop, mainly, Kun Paramet?
Well, I think that, let's say, the client more or less, for example, the one that dropped, let's say, advertising in October drastically is Toyota passenger car. And we know that, let's say, they are one of the most affected, let's say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no need for these companies to advertise when their clients are stuck in the floods and have no means of purchasing their products? Is that what you mean?
I think so.
Okay.
But nevertheless, they kind of shift the money from doing the advertising into something like doing good for the people to a kind of CSR instead.
Yes, a lot of CSR projects. Well, what is the next year trend for the non-traditional media, such as satellite and cable TV and social media?
Well, for the, let me start with the social media first.
Okay.
The growth seemed to be pretty high in terms of percentage. It's up to, let me check again, about, let's say, over 50% growth.
Over 50%?
Yeah.
Okay.
But let's say in terms of the budget-wise, it's still less than 400 million baht. So in the sense that, let's say, there's a huge room for growth for the social media. But again, let's say not many people or not many clients take it that seriously. It's still a kind of supporting media, not a main media like the traditional one.
Right.
As for the satellite and cable TV, I think we have to wait and see for next year again. Good things about them, advertising on that one is that, let's say, it is far cheaper than to advertise on television, on the mass media, on the traditional one. But the problem is that, let's say, it's quite difficult to measure it. Because it's just so many channels altogether.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Kun Paramet, for your share of information.